It's time for your weekly dose of all the hot news, hot launches, and of course all those exclusive scoops from us at Autocar India. It's the quick news video, and my god, what a week it's been. If you're an auto enthusiast or if you're a buyer in the two-wheeler or four-wheeler segment, there is a lot for you to take in. So let's kick things off. But before we begin, if you haven't already, click on that subscribe button and the bell icon to stay updated with all our uploads. So let's start with all those SUV and car launches this week, and there are quite a few to go through, but let's kick things off with the 2019 Renault Captur. Renault has updated its flagship SUV offering in India with safety features such as rear parking sensors, seatbelt reminders, and a speed alert across all variants. The Captur is now available only in the base model RXC and the top spec Platin, which unlike earlier is now also available with a petrol engine option. Other updates include a new touchscreen infotainment system with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Volkswagen launched special editions of the Polo, Amio and Vento this week called the Black and White Edition. The new cars get contrasting body graphics, leatherette seat covers, a rear spoiler and black painted roof and mirrors. The package is available at no extra cost. The Jeep Compass is a very popular car in the Indian market, and now there are some new variants on offer. Let's take a closer look. The new variant is positioned slightly above the base model and is available both on the petrol and the diesel, but only with a manual gearbox. Extra features include 16-inch alloy wheels, black cladding and roof rails and rear parking sensors. The price of the petrol is 15,99,000 rupees, while the diesel is priced at 16,99,000 rupees ex-showroom. Let's move on from four wheels to two now, and as with every week, this week too has a slew of new launches, and most of them have an update which is of course ABS or CBS related due to the new safety norms. Let's start off with the Royal Enfield 350s. The Bullet 350 and the 350 ES have been equipped with a single-channel ABS unit and is priced at 1,21,000 rupees and 1,35,000 rupees respectively. While the 350 gets a disc up front and a drum in the rear, the ES gets disc brakes on both ends. TVS also announced the launch of the Victor SBT or synchronized braking technology, its version of the combi braking system. While the Victor with drum brakes is available for 54,682 rupees, the disc brake variant is priced at 56,682 rupees. There's also a premium edition which is priced at 57,662 rupees. Following Royal Enfield and TVS, now Vespa also offers a CBS option on the LX125 scooter, and they've also renamed the scooter to the ZX, so the ZX125. Let's take a closer look at the prices and what else it has to offer. The ZX125 is priced at 78,750 rupees and is now the most affordable Vespa in India. Vespa has also given the ZX125 a disc brake up front, which is an upgrade from the LX's drum brakes at both ends. Let's talk about KTM now and the 125 Duke, which is the most affordable bike in its range, but now it has a price increase. Let's have a look at those new prices. The 125 Duke is now priced at 1,24,998 rupees, a hike of 6,835 rupees over the 1.18 lakh introductory price tag the bike came with. There are no upgrades or changes added with this price increase. And finally, it's Honda Two Wheelers India, who've launched the 2019 version of the Africa Twin, and as before, only 50 units will be available on offer for the Indian market. Let's have a closer look at the new bike and some new updates that it receives. 2019 Africa Twin is priced at 13,50,000 rupees ex-showroom and gets a brand new blue paint scheme with gold wheels and handlebars. It will only be available through Honda's Wing World outlets and continues to be offered only with a dual-clutch automatic gearbox. So that's all the four and two-wheeler launches done for this week. There were quite a few of them, but let's now move on to more general news, although sticking to that two-wheeler topic for now. Jawa has started deliveries of its bikes, so let's have a closer look at those. Classic Legends, the company that resurrected the Jawa brand, has commenced deliveries of its motorcycles this week, bookings for which had opened on November 15, 2018. Jawa currently has 95 dealers across 77 cities, and it also conducted a special auction for bikes bearing chassis number 1 200, with chassis number 1 being sold for a whopping 45 lakh rupees. The total proceedings from the auction totaled up to 1 crore 43 lakh rupees, all of which was donated towards the education of children of martyrs from the Indian Armed Forces. Royal Enfield also announced this week that they plan to invest 700 crore rupees in the new financial year in order to complete its new technology center and for development of new platforms and products. The bike maker also announced that it plans to reach a total production output of 9.5 lakh units in the upcoming year. And now here is some more VW news. The 1-litre TSI engine, which will be BS6 ready, has finally been spy testing. So let's talk a bit more about that engine and of course what engines it will end up replacing. The new 1-litre TSI engine will be available with two stages of tune, 94 horsepower and 115 horsepower, and will replace the 1.6-litre MPI that is available in the Vento and the Skoda Rapid, along with the 1.2-litre TSI that does duty in the Vento TSI and the Polo GT TSI. Let's now talk about that really hot and happening news from this week. It's MG's new SUV called the Hector, and MG has announced it will launch the car in India in June 2019. MG has opted for a proper brutish SUV for India in terms of design for the Hector. The split headlamps like the Harrier up front are all LED based, and the upright stance might make it very popular with Indian audiences. Under the hood, buyers will have the option of a 1.5-litre turbo petrol with or without a 48-volt mild hybrid system and the Fiat-sourced 2-litre multi-jet diesel engine. The car will also come with a long list of connected options, all of which will be controlled from a 10.4-inch touchscreen. For more information on the MG Hector, do visit our website autocarindia.com, as we have a lot more information on the kind of tech the car will get. Now MG will also launch another car by the end of 2019, and that will be an EV, an all-electric vehicle, and that's definitely something to look forward to. But talking about EVs, JLR has announced its electrification plan for India, so let's take a closer look. Jaguar Land Rover India will introduce its first hybrid vehicle in India from the Land Rover brand by the end of 2019. And come late 2020, Jaguar will bring its all-electric I-Pace SUV to India. The Jaguar I-Pace uses two electric motors which are placed on each axle to enable all-wheel drive, and those motors deliver an equivalent of 400 horsepower and 695 Nm of torque to help the SUV achieve 0 to 100 km/h in just 4.8 seconds. So let's talk about yet another car maker that's making its way to India very soon. It's Citroen, a French automaker from the PSA group, and it will launch its first SUV in India in 2020. Let's have a little bit more on those details. Citroen has confirmed that its first launch in India will be that of the C5 Aircross, which will go on sale by September 2020. The Aircross will only be offered with a single engine option, 130 horsepower, 1.5-litre turbo diesel paired to an 8-speed automatic gearbox, and is expected to be priced at about 30 lakh rupees. And finally, in more French automaker news, Renault has announced its newest vehicle for India. It's a new MPV called the Triber, and we have all those details for you. Based on the modified version of the Kwid CM-FA platform, the Triber will hit showrooms in July this year and should be priced between the 5.5 lakh and 8 lakh rupee range. The teaser image release shows the Triber's silhouette, upright bonnet and large front bumper. So that's all the time we have for you this week. Do remember to tell us what you felt about all those brand new cars and bikes that were launched in India, and all those cars and bikes coming very soon. Do leave a comment in that comment section below, and we'll see you right here next week with all the hottest news, all the hottest scoops, and of course all those latest launches. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.